Here's our latest update to the items page. So we have renamed this section just to make it a little bit clearer, because people do get confused between what an item is and what a material is, because you can have materials that you buy from your suppliers linked to items that you sell to your customers. So we have tried to make that really explicit, items you sell in this section. Now, the key update here is to the page where you manage those items. So in this example, I've got the item I sell. It's on a page rather than that little pop-up box in the middle that's quite small and hard to handle. So I can customize the description here, my reference. Some of the key changes here on the right-hand side, you've got the pricing information. You've got 3 different options, whether you enter a exact price that won't change, whether I set a profit percentage that is based on the materials that I've added to that item. Now, it's very key here that we have changed from using markup, so I'm going to take all my materials and add a percentage to that, to you inputting the profit percentage, which is based on the sales price, and saying I want to make a percentage of that based on the cost of the materials that I have. I've got another video that explains the difference there if you're a little bit confused. One of the key reasons for the change is people often made a mistake and thought, if I apply a markup of 20%, I'm going to get a profit margin of 20%. And in fact, they get a lower profit margin. They get more like 16.7%. So where people make mistakes now, they make a mistake in their favor. But most of the time, you're trying to target a specific profit percentage, or I want to make a specific profit amount on each job. So if I were to, so this has been converted from, say, a 30% profit margin. So we will have converted it for you. So nothing will have changed based on what you've input. But you might want to go in and say, actually, I do want a 30% profit margin. That's what I was originally targeting. And obviously, you've got the update button. So auto update, if your material prices update, then the cost price will update. And you've got the choice whether you do that. And of course, now I can say I want to make £500 on top of each of these. Okay, that's probably a decent amount. There's a couple of, then the tax options are in here. CIS if it applies to you, but if it doesn't, you won't see that. Don't worry about that at all. And then managing the materials is a lot easier now. So I can search for, say, I want to just look at my materials that I've uploaded, or whether I want to look at a specific supplier, so like Williams Trade Supplies, for example, or by category. And then I can search. But then what I can also do is I can say, I want this, I want this, I want this, search for another thing, add it on, and then go add materials. Cool, they've all been added. I have an auto update here, so my sales price is updated. And it should be a lot clearer. This page is also the same. Oh, and by the way, that also auto updates. So if you write a load of stuff here, I configure it, and I close the page, I'm not going to lose it all. Do bear in mind that if I do, say I accidentally deleted all that, I can still press either Command Z or Control Z, and that will come back, and you'll see, oh, that's saved. Great. Now that has also been changed on the when I'm building a proposal page. I'm probably going to want to create a new one here. So let's just pick a customer. Good old Bob. So I'm going to create that. And just to show you this also, so I'm building a proposal. Say I add one of my items here. This is the one I was configuring, wasn't it? Now, if I click on this, it does take me to a page. So it's a lot clearer as well. I can say whether it's required, multiple choice, or optional extras. The other slight change is because it auto saves, whereas before you had a button to say, click also update the save line item in the items section, items you sell section. Because it auto saves, now it's more of a button. So if I just want to make changes just on that quote, I don't do anything else other than make the changes there. If I want to auto update the saved item, I just click that once, and that will update. And I can see that's changed. So that option is there. Now, the key bit that's missing from this page, which is our next iteration, which should be coming over the next couple of weeks, is to be able to actually manage the materials that are linked to that specific deal or quote. So at the moment, it's a bit unseen. So once I've edited this, I can go back to the quote. I would have my cost of materials and my margin forecast on the right hand side based on the linked materials to that item. But what I can't do is I can't see them until the customer accepts the quote. And then I go into the materials section and I can auto import them. Now we want to change that to make that very easy for you to link materials specifically to that item on that quote, which means that you can have a template in the item section, but then I can edit that as I go. That update is coming. That's the key bit missing here, but hopefully you should find that whole process a lot easier. So yeah, let us know what you think. Thanks.